Hello, everyone. Welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and tell a friend. Okay, it's two tons of fun Friday. And first up, we have Thousand Pound Sisters, Season 4, Episode 7. Proof is in the pudding. I don't know. This was an okay episode, I guess.
I, okay. Here's the
I
thing,
mean,
and
the
it's
highlight
weird.
was that she got the surgery, but I don't know how I feel about
Right.
I don't know if I care about the rest. Is that bad?
Hey, no, because here's where my mind went. Okay, this is an okay. I mean, as we covered last episode, she failed all her tests, but still got approved for surgery because she was in such a bad place. Like, and I held on to that for this week. She was in such a bad place
Yes.
that they had to give her surgery, even though she pretty much didn't pass anything. So I'm gonna
Right.
fast forward to Chris's confessional, where
Mhm.
he said, "He's like, I am happy for her. She's worked for this, but basically he's like, I'm concerned because there's two Tammys. The one that will put in the work and put her mind to it, and then you
Mhm.
have the other Tammy that's non-compliant, which
Mhm.
tells me if he can still see this in her and knows it, she definitely failed that psych part.
I know she failed it because
Right.
Dr. Connie's the only medical professional who had nothing to say. No clips, no nothing. Okay? So all the other doctors came on and said she failed and put it on film, but Dr. Connie was MIA. So that was my first suspicion that she failed. Now, to your point with regards to Chris saying what he said in this episode, so are you hinting at that he might have contradicted himself when they went to the facility to visit Tammy and brought half a picnic barbecue to feed her with? And remember, he came with some flowers and he was like, I guess Tammy changed and blah, 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 blah. So are we saying that Chris doesn't believe that Tammy's changed? She's just
Oh, it's
doing
not
this
just
for the
Chris. It's,
show?
it's all of them. It's all of
Oh,
them. It's all of them. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. This family talks amongst each other. They're in communication constantly. You're not gonna sit here and make me believe that these thoughts that Chris is having, he hasn't already expressed to his siblings. You're not gonna sit here and lie and tell me that they haven't talked. So I think they're all
mhm.
going along with like this whole charade of reading the results and them going like, oh my god, oh yes, we prayed for this. Y'all know in your mind, y'all rehearsed that for the cameras because in your mind, y'all know she failed everything. Quit playing with me.
Well, I
And
think they were
it,
sitting there hearing those results just like us and going, damn, she ain't getting this surgery. And because like all of them looked up shocked, said, wait, huh?
so I don't. I think what it is with them, and I think they're in the space of the doctors where she has to have this. There is no other choice. And I think with the family, part of it was for the camera, but in the back of their minds, they're like, okay, she failed everything, but she needs this surgery. Like, if she doesn't have the surgery, we'll lose her. So I don't think they're being so much hypocritical as that I think they're honestly preparing for her to fail. I think they're
Of
preparing for
course.
her
And they're
to
using the
not go
meter
through
of
this.
Amy.
Mm-hmm.
They're using the measuring stick of Amy. I agree with you.
Yeah.
They are like, okay, she gonna get this surgery and she's gonna waste yet another opportunity because she's gonna wind up just like Amy.
Mm-hmm. Like someone says, they are kind of a boring family. They are. We don't
Mhm.
see they have a life with friends. True. Just
Mhm.
their family. Yes. Wondering if they don't have friends.
I'm sure that
But
they do, but the friends think that this is a money train and they're going to want to get paid to be on this
mm-hmm.
show. Just like
Mm-hmm.
how they're acting up right now if, what's being said on the
Mm-hmm.
internets is true. They trying to renegotiate or shop themselves elsewhere. Would y'all watch this mess on Zeus or BT? I don't know. I don't know if I care enough about them. But then again, I
Mhm.
haven't been as invested as some of you guys have.
Mhm.
So I don't have look, I'm near the end of my life. I don't have much time to waste on this. That's how I feel. Tina hashtag Greek mom says, as a person who had bariatric bypass almost 9 months ago, I asked my surgeon about those who don't pass. He said it's a bariatric surgeon's dilemma, as it's often worth the risk to save those like her. Wow.
And see, that's where I was stuck, especially last week,
Mm-hmm.
because we kind of knew she wasn't going to pass everything,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's like, dude, like, can you, how can you deny how can you deny someone the opportunity to save their lives? And that's what really made me think throughout the week and watching these episodes. Like, I would I would actually side with the doctors on this one, only because like she's in such a bad spot that she has to have it.
Okay.
And then my thing is this: if for some reason she eats through this surgery, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
she's kind of like hopeless.
Okay, so I see where you're coming from because they've sworn an oath to save lives, but don't they also swear an oath to do no harm? In a way, they are doing harm here because if she isn't mentally there and prepared for the work she has to do after surgery, the surgery isn't the cure. And I feel like a
No,
lot of people get into this, and Tina could probably speak better to this than I can, but the work starts after this because I know a friend whose bariatric surgery basically failed because they never changed their eating habits, they never changed their relationship towards food, they never addressed any of the mental issues that they had,
hmm
and they just went back to eating whatever the hell they wanted.
I know someone who did that as well. Like, we went through a weight loss journey together years ago. Um, she was having surgery. I wasn't. I felt like I could just do it on my own if I was very strict and very focused, and I did. I need to get back on that for sure. That's like one of my goals in the upcoming weeks.
Mhm.
But she had the surgery. She had all the liposuction, tummy tuck, everything. Ate through it.
Okay, so um, Tina says, how are they harming her? She's presently dying. No surgery isn't a cure all. I'm not even talking about just her. I'm talking about someone like me who's looking at this and seeing that she's getting through without doing the work and thinking that everything will be the same for me, when in truth and fact, it isn't. This gives a really distorted view of what really happens when somebody goes for surgery. I
I think
feel
you're looking
like,
at full scope. You're looking at full scope.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
looking full scope. Now, I will say this. I feel my 600-pound life is a very good depiction of what really goes on, in my opinion. I need to start watching that show again. I miss watching it. Oh, let me see what
Oh,
Tina
I've
says real quick.
started watching it.
So
I'm
Tina says, "How are they harming her? She is presently dying. No surgery isn't
mhm.
cure at all." And then Tina says, "Much depends on the type of bariatric surgery they perform. They did the VSG sleeve on Amy. However, Tammy had the gastric bypass an
Mhm.
additional portion of her. Right? Didn't they say they removed like 80% of her
I think she
small?
got the same thing as Chris, but
Okay.
wasn't Amy smaller than Tammy? Like, does it
Yes.
depend on the size that you are before surgery as to what type of surgery you get? I'm not sure.
Mhm.
It made to have you must have been wise and Texas. What? Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Um
So, wait, are you here?
what Hold on. I think I skipped one. Sorry, my page went up.
Right.
Okay, so this one. So, do you think they do different types of surgeries based on how big you are and like your risk factors?
I would think like that based on your size and your health and like what you need. I think they would do different surgeries because remember on my 1,000 pound best friend Ashley got the sleeve the first time.
Right. But now she's going back for the bypass?
That's the way I'm taking it.
Okay. Okay. So then the next comment that Tina says, my practice turns many down for the procedure. You are much different morbidity wise than Tammy Slayton, though. Okay. Uh, Hold on. Whoops. Wait. Right. Tammy only has 20% of her stomach left. Jesus Christ. I mean,
Yeah, and they took out
sorry.
80%. They took out 80% of her small intestine too. Yeah.
Okay. Chris had the sleeve as well. Did they
Mm.
also take a part of his intestine? Because I swore I heard him say that they took out something of him. Because didn't he compare it to what? I don't know. Never mind. I'm lost in all their medical jargon. Tammy was more extreme than Chris. True, true. Mine was Mine was a full fail surgery because of toxic relationship and no support from no one. I can't do the surgery again. I have to work on myself. Oh my gosh, Sunway. I'm so sorry. But I hope that you are getting the help that you need to work on yourself first and foremost. Um it is more dependent on the struggle the gastric bypass causes restriction in the amount of food and the inability to eat sugar without getting sick with dumping syndrome. Shit. Um, Ryan says yes, because some people can do the temporary balloon when there are fewer risk factors. Wait, what's a balloon?
It's where they go in and they put in like a balloon. What it is, they go in, and the balloon just kind of fills up. From what I remember, if I remember correctly, they insert a balloon, blow it up, and it basically shrinks your stomach without doing like invasive surgery.
Oh, so you always feel a sense of being full.
Right, or close to it. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. I could be wrong though.
And they put that in the stomach? How long
If
does
I
that last with stomach acids?
I think it's a special acid resistant type balloon.
No
I could be
way.
wrong though, but I
Okay,
think I
some
remember hearing
way.
about it on My 600 Pound Life.
Okay, so Tina says, Sunway, I too had a food addiction. It will be a battle the rest of my life, and I'm blessed to have a wonderful practice and aftercare. I think that's essential. Like to have like a really good,
Hmm.
post surgery care, but support system and not just like family or friends, like professionals. Like I
Right,
think
and
you should
people
like do like therapy throughout because this is a major life change you're going through.
like for me, I know people who have their food issues. So when we would they don't live around here anymore, but when we would go get together, I would never pick the food spot. I'd let them pick, and then
Hmm.
we go from there because I knew they couldn't eat certain things, and I wasn't going to eat
Hmm.
things in front of them, and
Hmm.
which could trigger them.
Okay. All right. So Tina says they are rarely doing the balloon in the US anymore, according to her surgeon. Oh, okay. Uh, Gastric bypass equals double restriction. As a sugar addict, I opted for it. It's considered the gold standard of weight loss surgery with best outcome long term. Okay, and then Ryan says, my medical group has started doing the Abrera balloon, but it's not covered by insurance. And then the balloon is only in for about 6 to 9 months. Oh, okay. Okay. It's just
So
like, you hear a lot about these people who get like breast implants and the body rejects it. And then I know like stomach acid is like it is corrosive to our food because it breaks down our food for our body to absorb it. So I just figured that, anything with acid in it would break it down. Okay, so Tina says, I'm half a pound shy of losing 100 pounds in 8.5 months, only 40 pounds to my goal, and wearing a normal size large in clothes for the first time since having 8 kids. Best decision in my life. New lease on life. Oh my God. Congratulations, Tina. Congratulations. That is awesome. You're an inspiration for a lot of people regarding the surgery, and you're a wealth of information. I suggest like you follow Tina. She goes on Heidi Black's YouTube channel a lot and gives a lot of like explanations about her story, her weight loss story. Tina, if you feel comfortable, if you want to, drop any contacts in our chat, that's awesome. But I think that you really are someone who could be a great resource if you were looking to getting weight loss surgery or even just losing weight, you know?
So I can say this for someone I didn't have the surgery.
Mhm.
So when I went on my weight loss journey like about a decade ago, it was more just to see if I could do it. And
Mm.
one of the first things I had to do was realize where my food is, quote unquote, issue lies. So me, I'm a person I would rather have carbs than sweets. So what I had to do is get into the mindset like it wasn't like you can't have this because you're dieting. Is because I had to go more like you shouldn't have this because of how it affects your body. So for
Mhm.
me, just to give you some insight, with diet and exercise over a course of a year and a half, I lost roughly I want to say about 150 pounds. But the problem is mentally
Mhm.
I got stuck, focused on the number, and not understanding like what my body actually should be. So basically, long story short, it caused some issues that wound up gaining all the way back. So, and I was thinking to myself like, why did this happen? How did this happen? And I realized because mentally I went from wanting to be healthy versus to focusing on a number. And basically, when I did more research and really looked into it,
Mhm.
now I can honestly say when I was at my smallest, which
Mhm.
was under 200 pounds,
Uh-huh.
um, basically for my frame, I was maybe 20 pounds underweight.
So
So
you were malnourished, technically.
it was technically yes, even though people would say like, "Oh my God, you look so good," and like that gets in your head. You love it. Let's be honest, but but you're chasing you start mentally you start chasing like you're chasing like numbers, you're chasing admiration, you're chasing positive feedback, and that's what
Mhm.
happened to me. I got in that cycle, not realizing that for me, if I had put on like if I had 20 more pounds of me, you really couldn't tell the difference. You wouldn't have noticed. So once I realized like, oh, like you really underate, sir. Like, kid you not, at my
Mhm.
when I was had really just kind of just lost my mind. Um, I was like surviving literally on between 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day while
But
exercising.
isn't that for a woman, like a man is supposed to eat more?
Men at their lowest should eat 1,800, but I had got stuck at a plateau. So like, okay, I can go from 18 to 15 and be okay. and then let me see if I can get down to 12 and be okay.
This does not sound like the rational individual that I've been talking to for years.
Oh yeah, but this was like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years
Okay.
ago. And I didn't know. It was just more if I could do it. And I was just focused on a number because I felt like, okay, you're this height, you should be this weight, not taking into account the factors of being a male, being almost six
Mhm.
feet tall, um, body type. So when I started doing the hydrostatic body testing, body fat testing, I'm like, that's what kind of made me be like, okay, you might be doing something wrong, but didn't care. Chasing the number, of course, just chasing the number. But then as I started to gain the weight back, because I got so frustrated, I just stopped really just caring. And then like recently, like, let me just get myself back into the mindset of um wanting to do this again. But now I know where I should be, where for my frame and my height would be normal. I'm okay. I'm
Mhm.
okay with that number being normal. I'll put it that way, because back
Okay.
then I was chasing. I just want to be under. I just want to be under 200 pounds. I want to be under 200. Like, not realizing, sir, you're almost 6 feet tall, and there are no small people in your family.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my family's generally, like, before they get older and start shrinking, are on the taller side. So we're tall-ish, and we're like we're just big. It's just framework. So once you start understanding that part, it makes it
Mhm.
easy. It's going to be easier this time around to do it because I know I'm 15 years older and I have
Mhm.
more knowledge behind me. So yeah,
Okay. So you're
yeah,
going into it better prepared.
much more better prepared.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Ryan asks, has anyone tried Noom? It's supposed to deal with the psychology of weight loss. I've been looking at this for about 3 4 years now. Every, like, when it goes in December into January, they start putting out all their adverts. um but I think I read somewhere that it actually works really great for guys more than women.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I was just like, okay, well, that was just another excuse for me to ignore it. um Tina says, Jamal is such a mind trip. I relate so much to what you're saying. When I was on my 4,238 diets I did. Oh my gosh. And then
Yeah,
Tina
like
says, Sunway, that breaks my heart. Wish I could have helped you, friend. Oh, and if anybody wants to get in touch with Tina, just email us. What's our email address? The commentary zone
and
channel at
you know,
gmail.com.
right. And this time, I don't see it as more of a diet. I just see more of a lifestyle. I kind of know where my
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, food. Not so, I don't call them triggers. I just know I shouldn't have them. Like, for example, I mean, I love my coffee. Now I'm going to say this. Am I going to be one of those people to like give me a soy fat free? No, I'm not doing all that because I won't be mad at the coffee. I'm just going to have my coffee, use uh, start off with my half and half and Splenda and call it a day. When I was dieting, I kid you not, I would literally get one coffee per day, and that was another thing. I love my coffee. Um, one coffee per day with almond milk, trash, and Splenda. And I used to be so mad at my coffee, but I spent my money on it, so I drank it. But now
Wait, do you
I'm
use
gonna say
Splenda?
yes.
I hate those sweeteners. I don't like how they
That's why.
taste.
Me neither.
I
But I need my coffee. So for me,
Then
my family has a
why don't you use a little honey instead? Because those sweeteners, they're not good for your overall health.
right. But the thing was, I know how carbohydrates. Like, so for me and my family, like, diabetes runs in my family. So,
Uh-huh.
and I've learned over the years that for my best weight, it's best for me to cut off sweeteners because the way they affect my body's
Well,
like that.
why don't
It,
you wean yourself off? Because that's what I
I do
did.
that. No, I do that. Oh yeah, I do that. I'm doing that. I'm doing that now.
But I need you
Like,
to get off of that sweetener. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get off of that's poison. Get off of that.
thanks, Debbie.
And look, he going and drinking it, and it's probably full of that artificial sweetener.
No,
No,
I'm down to tell now for my coffees. I'm down from 5 packs of raw sugar down to 3. That's how I do it.
that's how I did mine as well. And so I've been drinking coffee for years without any sugar and just a dollop
Oh,
of half and half.
oh,
That's the one thing I won't get. I tried doing like soy milk. I didn't like that. Then I switched
no,
to almond. I didn't like
no,
that.
trash.
So I've gone back to half and half, but the surfer dude, Lard Hamilton, he's come out with a bunch of creamers that are actually good for you and they're non-dairy. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. And if it is comparable to half and half, I will be a convert and I'll share it with you.
Right. And then what I'm finding is now I need to find now my as I start making these adjustments. This is how I've learned to do it. Last time I went cold turkey, which is kind of
Mhm.
why I probably went cuckoo. Um, Now I'm weaning everything off, and now I'm working on finding breakfast places that do real breakfast. Like for me, like my favorite thing when I was really dieting hard, I used to get bacon, scrambled eggs with cheese and salsa. It was like the absolute best. Like the absolute best.
Oh, bacon. I haven't had bacon in a long time.
Yeah. Like it's so weird. Like the really good breakfast spots are really um they're few and far between now, post C-19. Like it's hard because I don't. For me, it's weird. I don't. If I have my bacon, eggs, with cheese and salsa, I don't need any bread. And bread, I will say this: bread is like my weakness. Bread,
Mm.
I would rather
Oh,
have
I'm not a
pasta
big bread
than have cake.
person. Yeah, I'm not a big bread person. Stevia is natural though, isn't it? Just stay away from anything that has, oh my God, I don't even know how to pronounce it, aspartame or something like that.
Yeah,
Stay
aspartame.
away from that. Yeah,
Aspartame. Yeah,
no, there's
it's
another
it's a
thing.
derivative.
It's
It's a derivative.
it's a derivative of that.
It's like a
Yeah,
derivative. Yes.
that is horrible, horrible for you. I mean, if I want to weigh between having a spoonful of natural sugar
Right.
and that, I would take the natural sugar, but I'm gonna wean myself off of it, and that's what I did. So, like I said,
Yeah.
I can't do the black coffee like my brother does. Um,
No.
yeah, he
No.
just gets black
Black
coffee,
coffee.
nothing in it. Ew. Um, but no. I was hooked on Cuban coffees, those little cafecitos, which is
Yes.
basically half sugar, half coffee.
Right. Right.
And they make the foam with the sugar.
Yes.
I never knew that. Yeah, I was hooked on those. Hooked on those bad, but I weaned myself off. The only time I have a little wildflower honey is in my teas. I have a little bit, but that's about it. I don't do sugars. I've tried to cut down. Well, yeah, I've mostly cut down on salt because of my family history and because of my mom. So
Mm.
we're really a boring cooking family, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's okay because you have to like once you understand your body and what things do. Like I always knew breads were an issue because I would like bread with everything. So it's not that I'm weaning. For me, I don't need it. I just like it. That's just how I am. But as
Mhm.
I've been making these slow, progressive changes throughout the month,
Mhm.
now I'm kind of like in a space like our busy season's pretty much over for the most part. Now I can like focus
Mhm.
on getting my workouts in and my dieting,
Mhm.
and it's fine. I mean, I don't mind dieting now that
Mhm.
I get it. Like let me tell you, those years ago, if you ate a bagel in front of me, I really wanted to punch you in the face because I was one of those people. Like, why are you eating bread in front of me? How come you get to have bread? It's not fair. Yeah, I was one of those people. Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. But the results were great. But now, but now you just kind of get to the point like what, you know, just turned middle age, still look decently young.
Mhm.
And like I miss my workouts. I'm in a better headspace where I know I can handle the workouts and the dieting without like going straight cuckoo.
Mhm.
So yeah, like it's like most of the weight loss is a mental game, which is why people are questioning Tammy getting the surgery because I'm sorry, like I don't think mentally she's prepared for it.
Well, I'm beginning to question if anyone mentally was prepared for it in her family.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird, but we don't see everything
Yeah.
and we don't know what they signed off on.
Hmm.
So, it is what it is.
What do you think of her
Um
mother though? Her mother.
that was really weird because I know quite a few of you have said like the mom was really bad to them and it was the grandma who stepped in for them.
Hmm.
But yet it seems like they still take care of their mom. Um,
Hmm.
and it almost seemed like a normal relationship until Amy said, like, "Are you going to come up there with us?" And she's like, "Oh no, 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 no! I ain't doing that. I ain't doing like." Then I saw the turnaround. I saw the flip. Um, and I was like, and then when Amy said, "I would do anything or go anywhere for my kids," I was like, "Oh, there's some unhealed wounds there."
Okay, so you didn't watch my 600 pound life. I remember you saying that. So what happened is
Right.
that part was I believe was covered in those episodes. Based on what I remember, the mom really wasn't there because I think the mom was out working two jobs or something, and the mother was never there like physically or emotionally. That's so in Amy's
Ah.
mind, her not going to see Tammy is another way of her not being there, just like with them growing up.
Right, but the first excuse out the mom's mouth was, "I'm not doing that," and then the second
The
excuse was,
dog,
oh yeah, the dogs, and
dog,
painful. It was going to be
her
painful
leg,
for her to
her leg.
drive.
Yeah.
Um, right. She put the dogs before her daughter.
Yes, right. They can't be left alone. Orion. What it is that
Is she?
um
Or was
no,
it the
it was
grandma who
it
fed
was the
them?
grandmother who fed them to try to fill the hole that the mother left by not being there emotionally.
But mom said that Tammy came out
Beauty
putting
big
on
though.
6 pound 6 month old
Yeah.
outfits. Like she didn't
Mm-hmm.
go home in newborn. She went
Right.
home in 6 months
Big month.
from the hospital. Hold on, say something, Jamal.
Can you hear me?
I think your mic
Hold
changed.
on. Hold on. How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flipped over.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Uh no, it's okay. I don't
Yeah,
want to
six
miss
months
anything you
though.
say because
She
you're my
said
guide through this show.
she when she said like Amy's like I went home in newborn like in like baby doll clothes, right? And her mom was like, yeah, you went home in baby doll. Tammy went out 6 months. I'm like, whoa. And Amy said like Tammy's always been the biggest child. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, so someone left us a comment on one of our episodes. And it her name is Shunta Catron. And forgive me if I'm not saying your name right, but she says Amy and Tammy became famous from their YouTube channel. They were never on My 600 Pound Life. They were offered their own TLC show. On the first season, they were both with Dr. Proctor. He had gotten fed up with Tammy not doing what she was supposed to. So he dropped her as a patient. Then he recommended Dr. Smith to her. She loves our channel. And she loves hearing our opinions about 1,000 Pound Sisters and 1,000 Pound Best Friends. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Shunta. So Shunta says they weren't on 600 Pound Life. Were they on Too Big? What's the other one? Too Large?
Hold on a
I
second.
remember that they had a little incident on, not a little incident, but they had a YouTube channel, and I do remember someone saying that
So it says
they
right here. It says what season is Tammy on 600 Pound Live? It says season 9, episode 12, and that's why I kind of remember them on there. I'm kind of
so they were on that.
sure.
So they weren't on Too Large. That's Vanessa and that crew that was on Too Large.
See, I never saw Too Large. I need to watch that.
I've never seen Too Large, so I can't even comment. And I'm only now starting to watch My 600 Pound Life. I didn't understand the last episode. Like, did that guy get
Oh,
his surgery or not? Like, what was he doing? If I was his parents, I would have thrown him out. Oh my God, says the person who's not a parent. Jesus. Okay. Hold on. All the kids in that family. Didn't
oh,
Tammy
okay.
sit
I
on the
see what it was.
floor in Chris's car when she went to the hospital? Yes. Wait, you mean this hospital trip or when she got taken over to the extended care facility? Because I know whenever they're driving her in the family car, she's always sitting on the floor.
You know what it
But
is? When
I thought she had an ambulance though.
when I see Dr. Now, I automatically think 600 Pound Life. So I think the commenter might be right. When I see Dr. Now, he's 600 Pound Life to me. That's who he is. That's who he is because
Okay.
I enjoy him.
All right. So Ryan says, I wonder if the mom had gestational diabetes with Tammy. Sometimes that causes big babies. That is so true. That is so true. Okay. So Vanessa and Megan were on Too Large. Okay.
Oh.
For Tammy's surgery. I remember the ambulance to get her to Kentucky. How did she get to the hospital? Was that in the back of the van?
I thought it was the ambulance.
I thought it was. I honestly can't remember because there was so much like crap in this episode. Did we even like go through the episode? We just went on a rant. Oh my God. Let's talk a little bit about Amy and her video her video conference with Dr. Proctor. Did this bitch say, should we redo my surgery? And this is why I say that these people are not prepared for after surgery. Surgery is not the answer.
No.
Go and work out and change your eating habits and then adjust your relationship to food.
Right.
And those around
That's the
you.
key.
Oh my God. Stop inhaling cheese from a can. Ew.
That would be helpful.
Oh my God. But it says, okay, so the last time she was at Dr. Proctor's office, she was 275. And now she's had 2 children and she weighs 281 pounds. And he thought that that was a great accomplishment. Where? What?
Okay. Can I be honest? I'm just gonna be honest right now. Because I kind of reacted to similar to what you said, right? I'm like, okay. But when I think about what he said, that just tells me that he knew that she was just gonna fail. That's all I got from that. He said, I have no faith in you.
Well, hello, Dr. Proctor's the one that be laughing in your face. I still appreciate that laugh he gave Megan that set her all the way off. Oh my God.
I was just like, Dr. Proctor, no. I was like, oh my goodness.
Tita, look what Tita says. Amy is ridiculous and a horrible example of being an idiot who had weight loss surgery. Tita.
I'm looking for the lies in that sentence. I can't find that, so carry on.
Oh my God, Tina. Don't let her hijack your spirit. Woosah. Let the idiots go. I'm loving this review today. It's giving me life. We ain't reviewed nothing in this show.
I mean,
We
we
just
started
sat here
off.
and ragged on people.
We started off with the review, but there was nothing much to this episode overall. So we have to give our own insight and and be honest about how real life works. Because what you said earlier was not wrong. This show is not really giving the full context and is not giving reality as it should.
No,
So
it doesn't. Because when I
it
listened to
doesn't.
Tina and her experience, and then I watched the show, and yes, I know the show is edited. Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
And I know we don't see a lot of the backstory or the B-roll or what's on the editor's floor, and I get it. But there's gaping holes between this show and reality, what regular folk have to go through.
And this is the thing, Ryan. I'm surprised Amy. Dude, I'm sorry. I had Amy at 320. A hot 322.
But don't, like, once you push out the baby, like once you get rid of like all of the water, the placenta,
Right.
not the water, the amniotic fluid, the placenta,
Yeah.
all of that, you lose a bit of weight.
So most
Wait,
okay,
how
based
tall is
on
she?
5'2", 5'3", maybe.
Then that's why she looks like a Oompa Loompa.
But the thing is, though, I just realized. Think about it. If she, like most women, gain anywhere between 30 and 60 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like she was doing well before pregnancy. Excuse me.
She was
It's like
275. Yeah.
She was doing solid. So
wait, was she losing as much weight as the doctor wanted her to lose?
No.
Though then she wasn't doing fine.
Debbie, you being harsh on these puzzle people. Like I said, y'all.
Because everybody else has to work hard.
I'll be Tammy, Amy. I'll be trying to throw y'all crumbs, but Debbie comes right behind me with the Black and Decker. So I'm so sorry.
It's not,
I'm so sorry.
fair. It's just, I just think it's dishonest of this show to be putting this on as the surgery being the be all end all promise of a new day. And it isn't. It takes a lot of hard work.
Here's the thing, though. Dr. Smith did say this, but he didn't say it in layman's terms. He did say, we're going to approve you for surgery because leaving you the way you are is riskier than doing the surgery. I think if he just said in layman's terms, like, look, Tammy, you failed everything, but given your current condition, we have to do the surgery in order to save your life. Had they just said it that way, I think no one would have an issue with it. But when you try to paint it like she went through all these tests and blah, 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 just say it, to keep it on the 100 level, and people won't have anything to say. When you try to paint it with a sugar-colored brush, it comes off disingenuous.
Mm-hmm. Tina says people need to remember 1,000-pound best friends and 1,000-pound sisters and 600-pound life are extremes, not representative of those average people like me who did 1+ year of prep, pre-op prep, and did the mental. Exactly. But if you watch this and you think that everything that comes across your TV is the gospel, you're going to think that it's super easy. You hearing all of these failing numbers and yet you still getting approved for the surgery. You're not taking into account that these people are 600 and 700 pounds. You're just saying, oh, I can do that too. No, you can't. No, you can't. It's not that easy. And then and a lot of the people are like, Amy, well, can't we redo my surgery? Like when she said that, I was like, what the holy fuck is she saying? For real, for real? Like it's so casual to go into surgery under anesthesia. So casual. I'ma just hop up on your bed and you could cut me open and do it. I don't know. Someone says, I don't think Michael helps at all with the kids. That's how they are portraying it. That's the story they're trying to sell to us. Amy separated from Michael in real life supposedly this last week. Yes, we saw that. But again, I am so jaded right now. I'm like, so is that for storyline? Really? Because you need to keep a check rolling in? Okay. I so want to do MAF. Oh, Maths Australia. Oh my God, I'm watching that. It's so good. It's so produced this year. They got so many hot messes on there. So good. So good. It's that one time a year where I lose sleep, and I don't mind. This episode was only about Tammy having surgery and the family waiting around. Not much happened. No, it didn't. Oh my God. Why did they go inside of her belly? Why did we have to see that? When they did that and you saw the fat creeping between the other stuff, I was like, oh, good Lord, that's what my stomach
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah,
Oh my
my
God.
sister in life does that.
And I sat there and I go, oh, I'm not going to eat anything. And then as soon as the commercial came on, I got up and went to the kitchen and I went and got me some. Oh, I did a Costco run yesterday and I found the superfood cookie. And it's actually banana bread. And it's made by a brand called Love and Chew. And it's actually a pretty decent snack.
Nice.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
designed
made
to be?
with
Is it designed to be a snack? Is that what it's supposed to be?
yes.
Okay.
It's made with all natural ingredients. Blanched almonds, date paste, almond butter, bananas, water, chia seeds, vegetable glycerin, baking soda, natural banana extract, and sea salt. So it's a healthy snack. And I've had one already yesterday to try it out. And I actually liked it. It's not bad. It's 130 calories for this one little cookie, but it cuts the cravings. Amy weighed herself with her shoes on. Okay, so the shoes plus the dirt. Okay, so 2 ounces. There we go. Not much of a difference. Hold on. Some way she best keep them shoes on her dirty ass feet. Oh my God. Amy's OBGYN also told her not to gain much weight and eat better during her pregnancy because it was a high risk. Yeah, but we're talking to a woman who thinks that string cheese is part of a healthy, balanced diet. Okay. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? I'm just scrolling through. Okay, so are we going to do MIX? Oh, is that coming back on? Sunway, April 17th? Jamal, you, me, and my ex.
Yes, I need to see. I need to see if the couple who was living together. I need to see if they get back together.
Which couple? They were all disasters.
They were all the ones. It was the lady who her ex. She was living in her ex husband's house with the new husband, and her and the ex husband got tattoos together, and the new husband was not feeling it.
Oh, I think I remember. Yeah. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Aldi surprisingly has a lot of carb conscious keto snacks that are tasty. Yes, but read the ingredients because if they have in natural flavors, which is not natural at all. And the sugars and then like all of the chemical tidbits, it's not really worth it for me. I use an app to help guide me through finding snacks that basically won't kill me with chemicals. Hold on. And this is in no way sponsored or anything like that. It's someone that I found on YouTube. And the app is called Bobby Approved. And basically, you can use the camera on your phone and scan the barcode of the product that you're buying, and it'll give you a list of the not recommended or not healthy ingredients in that particular product. And if he doesn't have the product in his database, you can submit it for review, and it actually sends back a review, and then that product is added to their database. So it's helped me a lot in finding healthy snacks, because I'm a snacker. I'm a salty snacker. That's why I'm surprised that I actually like the banana bread thing, because I don't even like normal banana bread. But yeah, I'm trying that. Aldi just opened up Monday here in my hometown. I'm hooked on the store. It is amazing. Aldi is the bomb. I get a couple of unhealthy things from them. They've just come out with these dim sum frozen packages. I'm hooked. And then there's some their house brand has I tried 2 of them last week. One was oh god, there were 2 seafood stews, one in a red sauce and one in a white sauce. I tried both of them and served it with a quinoa brown rice and kale, as you know, on top, and it was so good. It was so good. But it was not Bobby approved. I doubt. I didn't even check. I just wanted to try it.
You said it was not Bobby approved.
It wasn't. I doubt it. It probably had in natural flavors and I try to stay away from sunflower canola oils, because they have a lot of they're not very good for you. They have a lot of inflammatory agents in them. And right now, I'm having problems with my hands. So I don't need anything else to inflame my aching joints. What else is going on this shit show? So yeah, she gets through surgery. It took a little bit longer because some of her organs were in the wrong place or some shit like that. The family makes a joke about it, whatever. The Dr. Smith wants her to stay in Kentucky for the next week. So they have a friend who is a home healthcare nurse come up and stay with her for the week, because the rest of them is going back home. They just want to make sure that they didn't have to order a coffin. And so they're going back to their regular lives. They've collected their paycheck, and that's all they're contributing to this. So basically, she's there with the nurse in the hotel for the next week until she goes for her first post-op appointment. And I think that's where we leave that. What did Dr. Proctor tell Amy? He wants her to change up her diet, cut out all dairy, and to get as close to 260 pounds as possible before their next appointment. And she thinks that losing 20 pounds in a couple of weeks is excessive. Bitch, bye. Because you're the one who said last week taking care of 2 kids while you're morbidly obese is a lot. Well, do something about it so that you could actually raise your kids. I'm tired. Oh, yeah. I love quinoa too. Oh my God. I'm mostly a salt savory snacker, but my hormones crave sweets at some points in my cycle. You know what? My cycle, when whatever's left of it, the dust that's still rolling out of me, I crave chips, potato chips. So that's when my salty cravings kick in. I just tried the cookie because Bobby did his video on it and I wanted to taste it. I usually try his stuff, his recommendations, just for shits and giggles. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. This old gal sometimes can look semi-decent when I try. I don't try too many days, but thank you, my love. Aldi used to have a frozen Greek quinoa with spinach, sun-dried tomato, and feta. I'd add some shrimp to it, and it was amazing. Shut up. Y'all got to go and try them seafood stews. They got everything in it. It has fish, it has calamari, it has shrimp, it has scallops. It's like everything. It's good. It's so good. What I did with mine while I was working, I got out my crock pot and sprayed a little avocado oil in it, and then I would put in the stew because it's frozen. Put in the stew, and then put the prepared, like I have quinoa in the fridge, so it's already cooked, and put that in, and then put in a little bit of chicken stock. That's it. That's what I mean. Put in a little chicken stock and then put it on low for a couple of hours. And then by the time I'm ready to break for some food, it's all done. And I just put it in a bowl and inhale it. And it's so good. Let's see. Dr. So Fine swag for days, Proctor. Oh my God. Ryan, my 100% Greek self needs that. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We meet Tammy's soon-to-be husband next week. We've been building up to this bullshit storyline this whole season. I'm so sick of this. Oh, God. Anyhow, that was the episode, y'all. We've wasted almost an hour on this without actually talking about the episode. But the conversation was amazing. Join us back here in about 3 minutes so that we could talk about part 2 of 2 Tons of Fun. My 1,000-pound best friends. Jamal, any final thoughts on today's show?
No, we're good to go.
All right. So until next time.
Of course.
Bye.